my new ink? There it is.
Oh, okay. Tell me about it because I feel like I'm seeing it from the side. It
It
goes
your
this way?
Yeah, it goes this way.
And what is it?
So it's a mythosaur. It's a
Oh, what?
Mandalorian. It's a Mandalorian symbol.
Okay.
And
You talked
then
about that on your post or something.
I did, because
Yes.
somebody was asking me like, what the heck is that? And
Okay.
the colors are very symbolic. So, loyalty, justice, integrity, family, community, unity. So,
Hmm.
yeah, that's why.
Now I'm curious, when did that become important to you? Is this like been a long thing that you just now shared on a post, or is this something new that you've
Well,
discovered?
because of my skin allergy, I could no longer get tattoos. But I contacted my dermatologist, and I'm like, I really, really, I've been on my medication now 2 years, almost three. Can we try it? And so she suggested I try like right here. And I'm like, no, I want it right there. And the risk was if it didn't work, what would it do to the others? But I'm like, I have faith that's going to work. So we're doing it. So I had it
Wait a
done.
minute. So the concern was that it would affect the older ink that you already have?
If I had a reaction to it. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
And so
Interesting.
I thought, you know what? I'm very committed. I have faith that it'll be okay. And I got it. Well, we use second skin, which is what protects it. Not all artists use it. Rory did an amazing job. It was half an hour, and cross my fingers. And this Friday will be 2 weeks, and it's already healed up.
Oh my goodness.
So, because
That's not a small one just to try. That
well, I
looks
mean,
big.
it is a little big. I don't do things small. I do not.
No.
I mean, I'm all in. Either I'm in or I'm not.
Yeah.
But I'm
Wow, that's
super
cool.
excited. Yeah, because since now that one's worked, maybe I can finish my other arm like I've been wanting for years.
And do you have that all planned out already?
Not quite yet.
Mm.
And then I got my earrings back in. You can't tell, but I had to take my earrings out because I was reacting and I couldn't have them in. And I had gauges, not huge, but I had. So I have to start from the very smallest ring and I'll work my way up. They're not going to be huge, but I'm super excited. I can wear them again. And yeah,
Wow, and that's because the medicine has been helping?
yeah.
Because what's the reaction that you would get from the ear?
So if I take them out, it closes immediately. My ears absolutely close immediately. And so what was happening is when I would try to get it back in and open it, it was like an open wound, and so it would weep.
Huh.
And
Interesting.
I couldn't wash it because then that aggravated it. So we did the bottom two first to see what would happen, and it was fine. I did over the weekend just in case.
Mm.
And Providence is leaving Oregon in December, so I'm like, if we're gonna do it, and I need medical care, we need to do it now. So
Yeah. Have you decided what you're going to do if well, because you could still get them though, can't you? Or you can't get
no,
them at all.
no.
I thought you could still get them.
We're in the process of having meetings with different carriers to see what it looks like, and we also have Angela. Come in.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast, Tom Hoffert.
Hey,
No worries.
welcome.
He will say hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Hi, Dana.
hey, welcome.
Sorry to interrupt everybody.
You're fine.
When you're done.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, it'll be about an hour.
No problem.
Okay. I told Eva to tell everybody, so clearly she did not. Let me text her.
Well, do you also need to grab that with him?
Nah,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Let me text Eva just as a reminder. That was hilarious.
Hey, I'm always up for an interruption.
That's right.
Some interruptions are good.
Some of them are good.
Mm-hmm. Some of them are like, wow, I'm really glad I took that interruption because some of those are pretty cool pivots.
Some of them are.
Some of them aren't. Some of them are like, why did I take that? I should have kept it on Do Not Disturb.
That was me the last 2 days. Yeah.
Yep.
There. I reminded her. Please let people know. I told the whole staff team, and Tom was out, and I said, please let him know, because even though when my door is closed, I have to leave it unlocked because he has a key anyway, so he'll just
Sure.
come in. But
Oh, I don't mind the interruption.
he's very respectful. He will knock. Although sometimes he knocks as he opens the door, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, let's talk about Lori before she gets here.
Let's talk about Lori before she gets here. Yeah, I I can't talk about what I want to talk about because it'll make us both turn red.
Yeah.
Me for her.
Mhm. Um, I watched that video, which we'll talk about later on today, or later when she gets
Yeah.
on. The video that she posted of herself of falling out of her truck. But man, I wish there was another angle so you could actually see the
See
side of
it.
her just falling, because all you see is her little head, you
Yeah.
know? And I'm like, I
I'm
want to see
okay.
the whole thing.
I
Yeah.
know, right? She does have. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What made her fall out? Do you know?
She's clumsy. She's clumsy. We've talked about she needs bubble wrap. I need to
I
buy
have the
her.
note here, bubble wrap.
Yeah, that's why. It's
Is
not
she
the
like always this clumsy?
yes.
Wow.
I've known her
Interesting.
10 years. I can affirmatively say yes.
Hmm.
Yes. 100%.
Some people just are.
You know, that's what makes her lovable. She sends me videos sometimes, and then she's like, I'm not posting this, and then she'll post it. Like, let the
And
rest
with
of the
that
world
one, not
enjoy.
only did she post it, she's got the arrow. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
wait
yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, ask her about the time she was chasing the kids down the street and fell.
Well, I'm surprised she didn't fall in the parking lot with the homeless woman who was chasing her then. That's pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive. Like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. We were leaving greeters one time. She was walking behind me, and I'm talking, and I don't hear anything. I turn around.
There she is on the
There
floor.
she's on the floor, and of course I'm laughing because I'm a good friend, so I'm just gonna laugh, and
Of course.
you know.
Then you pick up.
Then I pick
Always.
up. Then it's like, are you okay? As I'm laughing.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
yeah,
Mhm.
she makes life interesting.
Because you guys have known each other how long?
10 years.
10 years.
10
Okay.
years. Yeah.
Funny.
Lucy introduced us. Lucy Escobar.
Yeah, that's right. You said
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How
Yep.
cool.
Yeah.
It's interesting where connections will take you.
Yeah.
You know,
sure.
like some of them become your best friends and
Yeah.
others you never see again. But, you know, it's
True.
really interesting.
Although she's not yet submitted my application. I'm
What
gonna
a
have to give her a deadline.
Yeah, you should. Or you know, you cut off access a little bit. Like you
Well,
can't
you
have
know,
full
she sends
access
me.
to me.
She sends
That's what I
me. Probably I should because she sends me best friend memes all the time.
Mhm.
I mean, I do too, but mine are funnier.
No, I'd give her a deadline.
I'm going to.
Tell her this is serious.
This is
Like,
serious business. I wanted Elliot put a lot of effort into writing that. So
how is Elliot?
Elliot had a little upset tummy the other day. We were gonna come by and meet a friend, but we had to cancel. But he
Self-induced?
yes, he now has another bed. I need to invest in the pet bed industry because he loves his bed until he doesn't, and then I come home and it has snowed all over my bedroom.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's quite
One of
proud.
those.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He's good. He doesn't destroy anything else other than his
Just
beds.
the bed.
He probably has it like a month, and he's like, "Mom, I need to spend more money." So
Yeah.
We're
Let me
gonna-
tear it up.
yeah,
Wow.
Yep.
My dog, so we have two, and my daughter had a dog. She has soon gotten rid of the dog because it really wasn't doing well with the new babies that came in. And that dog liked to either go in the garbage can in the bathroom and just get into tissues. Oh, there she is.
oh, there she is.
Shh.
What?
You're welcome.
Okay,
Yeah, hi.
see you later.
Give
Hi,
us 5 minutes, Lori.
Yeah.
We're not done.
Yeah. Hi, Lauren. Yeah, close your ears.
No,
I mean-
so to wrap up that, my dog never for years ever got into toilet paper or the garbage with anything, and it saw this little dog who I had to watch come over my house, and ever since then it's like,
Yeah.
don't leave the tissues around because for it just he likes to tear it up. Like,
Yeah.
watch me because I can't.
It watched the
great.
podcast about me having the toilet paper. I went, there it is. That's what I'm going to be doing.
Mhm.
So anyway, if there are any questions that come up from
That
Dana,
sounds
I
like a
had nothing to
disclaimer
do
if
with
I've ever heard one.
Welcome.
Hi, Lori. Welcome to
Hello.
our podcast, Lori.
You know what? All right, so we're gonna talk. I mean, I love this monthly recording with you guys because it's just, it's about everything and nothing, and that's what women do. We talk about everything and nothing. And so we're going to talk about some stories. I have some questions to ask you guys, and they're, don't worry, they're not going to be embarrassing.
If Jackie had anything to do with these questions, they might be embarrassing.
You guys could ask the embarrassing one.
Oh, okay.
No, she didn't have any with mine, but I will kick off by asking you, Lori, to explain you chasing children and falling. Can you tell us that story?
Right before, or right after, right around breakfast with the chief 2 years ago. They were doing something, and you went to.
There's so many. Give me more details.
There's been so many she can't recall.
I know. There's.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or Jackie, you tell the story.
Yeah. So there were some kids in the neighborhood, and they were being a nuisance, and you decided to be a cop and go find out what they were doing. And as you were walking down the,
I fell. So they were stealing mail. Yes, they were stealing mail from mailboxes, and I was standing at my kitchen counter, and I saw it across the street. And I was like, "Oh, no, you don't." So I grabbed my phone because there was two instances. So I might be getting these confused. This one was a car. This one was a car that stopped in front of all the mailboxes and was just opening through the passenger window and stealing mail. And so I ran outside to try to take a picture of their license plate, and I forgot that there was a step down 2 feet out my front door, and I tripped and fell on the cement. Yeah.
So
they didn't see me coming because it was dark. It was dark. Yeah. And apparently, or thankfully, no one saw me fall either, because that was the first thing I did. I hope no one saw that. Is that the one you were thinking of, Jackie?
Don't worry, it's on all their Ring cameras.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
there are more.
Yes.
Yeah. There's the one at Halloween where I played a prank on the kids in the neighborhood. So I do not like Halloween. I do not like getting up every 5 minutes and going to the door. I mean, you know how I despise people ringing my doorbell anyway. So on Halloween night, I set out a bucket by the front door before dark with a sign on it that said, "Take one, Happy Halloween." But the bucket was empty when I sat it out. So the first family shows up. They don't know they're the first family. The first family shows up and the bucket's empty, but they read this. The dad is there with like a 6-year-old and a, 10-year-old. The 6-year-old started cussing, and I got it on my Ring camera. Blah, 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 blah. This house, this is crap. But he was using cuss words. It's literally a 6-year-old. He didn't know that there weren't people before them that may have taken all of the candy, but he was right. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So were you inside?
I was inside, and I watched it later.
So this is entertainment for you.
But yeah. And then the dad walks the kids out to the front, like down the driveway to go to the next house, and he's like, "It's okay. There will be more candy. It's okay. We'll get you some candy." And I'm like, "Oh, Dad."
Not at this house. That's funny because I love Halloween. I love Halloween.
Wow.
My first day at the chamber was Halloween.
Oh, did you dress up?
No.
So you don't get into it and dress up. That's not what you like about it? What do you like about it?
I just love Halloween. I don't know. But I used to.
I think for me, it started when I had a dog, and the dog would freak out every single time the doorbell rang. And so when we would just go hibernate in the back bedroom, and I'd try to unplug the doorbell, and because my dog was very reactive. So, yeah. Anyway.
My dog reacts like that to
Same.
the fireworks. So we hate 4th of July. Yes. It's just like, oh, please hurry up and get this over with. Because it's really sad to watch. She literally is in such distress, and we medicate her, and that doesn't even help. So
for 4th of July, typically
reason.
Memorial Day, New Year's Eve, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. My dog would, she's not with me anymore, but she would literally like crawl to the back of the closet or behind the toilet and just hide and tremble. And it's heartbreaking. Yeah.
Yeah. It's heartbreaking.
Well, not just that, not only animals, but when I lived in West Salem, the next door neighbor was a veteran.
Yeah.
And that was really hard on her
Yeah.
when there's fireworks. She totally would react. And so, and of course, sometimes people do it like the week before, the week up, and the week after.
And all week long, yeah.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is like, I'm okay if you don't agree. Like, it's the holiday, we should be able to do that. Okay, yeah, we think differently, but at least have compassion for the people,
Right.
the vets, the animals that are literally in distress. It's like, come on, you need to be so independent. You can't just say.
Last 4th of July, one of the neighbors
Something?
down the street
You
was
don't
setting
care?
off the rockets that went up in the air, but they weren't doing it in front of their house. They were doing it right in front of me and my neighbor's house in a T intersection, and our yards lit on fire. No joke. Both of our yards lit on fire.
Oh wow!
A passerby stopped at the neighbor's house because his yard was fully on fire, and so this year we're armed with high-powered water guns too, just in case. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Just don't fall while you're doing it.
Lori's not only a
Firefighter. Yeah.
police officer, she's also a firefighter. Yeah.
Next, it's EMT.
No, I need the EMT. Yeah.
No, she needs an EMT.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, then maybe Jackie, that's you.
Maybe.
So I actually
Maybe. I wouldn't
actually
laugh
bought
too
a
much.
pair of the high-powered
I think she
water
would
guns,
perish.
and I gave one to the neighbor. I've got one in the garage at the ready, so we're ready. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready. Well, let's hope it's.
I've also
it's
got a
fire that
high-powered nozzle on my
doesn't go more
hose
than that.
ready to go in the front yard. But yeah, so anyway, I hope my neighbor doesn't watch
What
this.
happened? It's like fall came in for a couple of days.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
We'll send it to them.
Anyway. Well,
But seriously, what happened? What
in
happened
about
to our
4 days,
spring
it's
into
going to be
summer?
over
It's like,
90
I washed
degrees.
my car.
So
I washed my car.
correct.
See, just wait 5 minutes and
5 minutes.
it all changes. That's what I said last episode.
Yep.
So last episode, I actually made notes of some stories that
Okay.
you guys said you would tell.
Yes.
Well, one, Lori, you
Yes.
just posted yourself falling out of your truck. And before you got on here, I was saying to Jackie, man, I wish your camera caught you from the other
And me
angle, 'cause
yelling,
all you see
"Don't
is your
mind
little
me."
head, and then you on the ground. Yeah. And then you could
No,
see
I didn't,
think,
because it
looking at
wasn't
the
for
red
about
camera.
30
Is that
minutes
what you're
after we
doing?
got inside that I realized,
Oh,
that was on my Ring camera. Let's stream that to the large television in the living room and watch that over and over again. Yeah. So feel free to put a link in the comments or
And
the
so is that a
description of
friend?
this video so other people can watch it. Yeah, that was a friend visiting from Bend that weekend who I've actually known since childhood. And she knows me and knows the Only Lori or Crazy Lori stories. So that's why at the end of the video she goes, "Only Lori." Only Lori.
well, I'm curious.
So
how
I
did
was
you
actually
fall out of
already
the truck? Like,
I was already
tell us
out of the
story
truck.
leading up to that.
But
'Cause
I'm not
Jackie,
used to another car. I'm not used to another car in my driveway. So because she was parked there and I was parked there, as I'm in the back door of the truck pulling out whatever I was pulling out and then closing that door and then closing the front door, I stepped backwards and turned my ankle on the side of the driveway, which then sent me tumbling into the grass.
I mean, to be fair,
Correct.
the other car had nothing to do with it because she was falling out of her truck
Or
when
almost
there's no
backing
other
into
cars
things.
in the neighborhood,
Or
So-
large poles. Yeah.
or or backing out.
I was
and
just
taking,
spatial awareness is
with
the
the
issue
passenger.
apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, spatial awareness.
Wow.
That's why she drives a big truck because when she hits something, she won't notice. as much. She used to have a little car. She got rid of it. Now I know why.
And
when I first
I've
met her,
never
she had a
caused
car.
an accident in my life. Let me just make that clear. No, I haven't.
That she's aware of. That she's aware of.
Oh my goodness. I have not. Mm-hmm. I'm just a follower.
Wow.
It's just in my
You're just a
DNA.
Yep.
That's why Jackie says I need
wrap.
bubble wrap. Yeah.
So
one day I was walking through a parking lot after chamber greeters, literally tripped on a crack in the concrete and went down with a whole bunch of people around. Mm-hmm. Just.
Is this the one you were telling me about before she came on, Jackie?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was down for the count with like 4 or 10 people around me. Like, are you okay? Like I was a 95-year-old woman trying to help.
Not me. I was laughing.
Don't you get worried? I'm falling
and I can't get up. Yes.
You know.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get one of those things.
It's a real
that
thing.
You just tug and Jackie will get her notice for the day.
Yeah.
Lori's down.
I mean, maybe not, because she still hasn't filled out the application, by the way. So when that's filled out, you can call me.
We did put some guidelines on that.
Yeah.
You might have to resend it to me.
Or there will be. Or there's
going to be some.
Okay.
Oh, my word.
Sent. The last time we got on here, there were also 2 stories that I took note of that you guys were going to share. And I'm really curious about this. Okay, so we talked about, Lori, you have this, your brother said you used to tell your brother all these crazy things that would happen to you. And this
only happens to my sister is what he would say.
This only happens to you. Is that the phrase?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm curious, for anybody listening, do you have somebody in your family that you say this to? Because every once in a while you kind of hear that from people. I'm not one of those people, but hearing all these falling stories and some of your stories where I'm starting to believe he really is, he's right. But one of the things you talked about was interrogation. I have a note about you with interrogation. So tell me about that.
I remember so many of these details so clearly. So on a Thursday morning, I get a phone call from a restricted number, which typically means it's someone from the police department. So I thought it was one of my friends, and I answered the phone and I said, "Hey, hi, Lori, this is Detective so-and-so from the sheriff's office. Do you have a few minutes to talk?" Yeah. I don't know who this person is. She tells me her name. She goes, "Well, it's interesting. Your name came up as a person of interest in a homicide case." This is actually a really sad story, but it's funny how I ended up in an interrogation room. So I don't want to make light of the story, but at the same time, I ended up in an interrogation room for some very strange reasons. So I was like, "Oh, okay." She goes, "Well, we can come to your house or you can come to my office, whatever's better for you." And I'm thinking my dog wouldn't like to have a stranger in my house. So I didn't say that to her. I just thought, well, how about if I just come to your office? When is good? I was that calm. But the very first thing that went through my head was, which one of my friends is getting me in trouble? Because I know I'm not a person of interest. So which one of my friends did something super stupid? That was literally my first thought. No.
Did Jackie didn't hit your mind, did?
No, but she sent me a text.
I don't remember what it said.
So she can say what it said. And she said, "If a police officer calls you, you're my alibi."
Okay. She didn't even ask what I did.
She did.
Okay.
What I was being accused of.
What do we?
Oh my gosh.
I said, "What's the story?"
So
that's what I said. What's the story, so we can align. So if there's a crime committed in the future, I'm not her alibi.
We scheduled a time for me to go to her office the next morning, Friday morning, around 10 or 10:30. I don't remember what time. She didn't mean her office. She meant an actual interrogation room within the building that had cameras and video. and audio recording in the interrogation room. And she said, do the names so-and-so and so-and-so sound familiar? Oh, wait, let me preface this by saying I didn't let anyone else know that I was going into the police, it was actually the sheriff's office. Except for my dad. My dad is the only person I could trust. Like, I don't want any of my friends who may have done something stupid to know that I'm going to be going to the sheriff's department, because I don't know what happened. I don't know the story. I know I wasn't involved. So, hey, Dad, I just want you to know I was called and I'm going to the sheriff's department, and I may have to call you later if something implicates me. He's like, okay.
Oh my gosh. If you were my child, if one of my kids did that,
I mean, I knew I didn't do anything and I didn't know
and
anything, or I would have called, right? If I knew something, I would have called. That's just who I am.
Sure. But
So the detective asks me, do you know these names? The names did not sound familiar to me. She said, okay, I've been researching details for a homicide that occurred, I think it was a year and a half afterwards. She's just still researching it. And she gave me some sort of detail, and I said, I know exactly what you're talking about. And not because I was involved with it, because I was listening to the scanner at the time that it happened. She goes, well, that's the interesting thing. We did a reverse search with a, oh my gosh, the word's totally blanking on me right now, like a subpoena with Google. And we see that you Googled the address of this incident within 5 minutes of it coming across the scanner. And that's because when I can't sleep in the middle of the night, 2:30 in the morning, approximately, I was listening to the scanner because I couldn't sleep. And I heard this call come across, and I thought, oh my word, that's the same street that my friend lives on. I hope this wasn't his house. So I Googled the address, and because I Googled the address within 5 minutes of the crime happening, so it was a home invasion where an unknown suspect stabbed the residents and the dog went running out the front door. One of the residents did pass away, and the other one was seriously injured, and they never found the dog. But I was searching the address simply for the fact of, I hope that wasn't my friend's address. And she said, well, we didn't know, we wouldn't know why you Googled this address. We didn't know if you were like the person that they called to come pick the suspect up. So we wanted to know. I said, yeah. And so I recalled all of these details that I remember from the call to her. And I said, yes, 2 residents in the home invasion, the dog ran out to the field. Did you guys ever find the dog? And like, because I knew all these details, because I'd heard them over the scanner, she's like, you know a lot of these details. I said, that's because I listened to the scanner. And so she's like, okay, well, so you never drove out there? No, I never drove out there. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't my friend's address that it was happening at. So apparently, I think they figured out who the suspect was. I don't know those details. But so as we're walking out of the room, because of my involvement with the police foundation, and I know a whole bunch of different staff members, administrative and sworn officers at both the police department and the sheriff's office, I asked her, so are you familiar with my involvement with the Salem Police Foundation? She goes, no. I said, you're the detective. Google my name and it'll tell you what I'm involved with, right, in town. Anyway, and then I started asking about a number of the other people that I knew she was co-workers with. So is so-and-so here today? And she looked at me as we're walking out of the hallway out back to the lobby. No. I said, oh, well, if so-and-so's here, I'd like to say hi to them. No, they're not here right now either. So she goes, so basically I could have asked any of my coworkers if you would have been involved with this and they probably would have vouched for you. I said, pretty much. Yep. Yep.
yeah. But what was that like? I mean, okay.
So
Like,
on
what
one
was it
hand, I
like to
was
sit
like, I should
in
have called a lawyer. But on the other
interrogation?
hand, I also thought, I know I'm not involved in this, so there's nothing to hide. Um, but as I've shared this with all of my law enforcement personnel friends, they're like, you should have called a lawyer. Even though you knew you weren't involved, you should have called a lawyer. So, note to
Mm.
self and anyone listening, yeah, and to anyone else listening to
Note to
this,
self.
just call a
Wow.
lawyer before you unknowingly walk into an interrogation room. And I didn't know I was walking into an interrogation room. So, yeah, it was intimidating.
Wow.
But again, I knew I didn't have anything to hide, otherwise I would have said something. So, yeah,
Hmm. Wow. Interesting.
that's good.
I don't have one of those on my list. To tell.
Winning.
Jackie. Yeah. Yeah. Jackie, you talked about, or I made a note on this list that was it a warrant that you had that was out there? Tell me, you gotta tell us about it. Gosh, I sound really boring.
So when I lived in Westland, my mail got stolen, and thankfully I did a police report, which was the only saving grace further down the line. So I called the police. Hey, my mail got stolen. They're like, there's other crimes that are more important. I'm like, but we need to take note of this. So they did. They did a report. They gave me the report number and whatnot. Fast forward, not quite a year later, I start getting these collection notices. And um, so I'm like, this isn't me. I can't prove it. It's not me because somebody else can take a credit card in my name and it's okay. But if I want to take out a credit card in my name, I got to go through all these loops, right? So anyway, so then I get a letter from the IRS, Treasury Department, that I
Oh,
owe them money. So it became this huge thing. I ended up having to deal with the Westland Police Department, the Salem Police Department, the Newburgh Police Department. I had to prove where I lived and who I was and all this stuff. In the middle of this, I used to travel out for work, and so I was pending a visit outside to travel. And so I decided to call and find out, like, what's the status of this? And
oh wow.
so when I'm talking to them, they're like, oh, it's a good thing you called because we've been looking for you. Oh, okay. And so I ended up talking to them and I explained, I got all these documentation. I can prove it's not me. It's being worked out. Some of the other companies have already put it through the fraud department, which was interesting too because I talked to one of the detectives and he sounded so familiar from California in Orange County. And I
Hmm.
actually went to school with him. So he's like, "Oh my gosh, I know who you are. I can vouch for you. We'll take care of our end, right?" So they're working on that. Meanwhile, the Treasury Department thinks I owe them a ton of money that I don't. It kind of got cleared up, but the paperwork had not been processed. So when I called, they're like, "So did you know that there's an active warrant for your arrest?" Uh, no. What does that mean? She says that means you can't leave your house. You can, but if you do, drive carefully. Don't go, stop, full stop, whatever. Don't get pulled over. If you get pulled over, you will be arrested
Oh
until
my goodness.
it gets cleared up. And I'm like, I have a trip coming. Like, how long does it take? Well, it was a holiday weekend, so I called my friend and said, so there's a warrant out for my arrest, so I can't go anywhere. And I locked my doors. I shut the blinds. I got under the covers. And I didn't come out of my bedroom for 3 days. And so on Tuesday, I called back and they're like, the active warrant is still alive. You're going to have to go to court. But there is a note that says that you're in the process of clearing it up and you may be arrested, but you may not be arrested. So safe bet, stay home for a few more days. So
Oh
I took
wow.
a vacation.
That has to be so scary.
Well, it was because I also knew I didn't do anything wrong, but
Yeah.
like they had so much, and it all came down to I ended up being able to prove that how they got my information is when the mail got stolen, and because I had the case number, they were able. And then I had to go. I at the time I was renting when I lived in West Salem or West Lynn, and I had to get an affidavit from the landlord saying that I was who I said I was. I had rented from them for whatever period of time and so forth. So,
Wow.
yeah, I had to go through a lot. In fact, even to now, if I try to apply for a credit card, I have to go through a ton of stuff, safeguards. So every 10 years, I have to put stuff on my credit reporting that I have to prove who I
Oh, that's
am.
annoying.
It is super annoying, and thankfully it got resolved. But yeah, there was a true warrant for my arrest, and I did. I had to go up here and get all my documentation and all that stuff, and I'm like, I want proof. Like if I get pulled over, I'm not going to jail, because
Wow.
yeah, I didn't know Lori at the time. I didn't know I could call for bail money. So
Well, so mental note for people
Yeah.
watching:
yeah,
if your
Yeah.
mail is ever stolen,
do a police
call the
report.
cops.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of just try to figure it out yourself. Yeah.
But yeah, that was
Wow,
fun.
crazy.
And I got detained once, breaking into my own
Did
house.
you really?
Did you hear the
Yeah.
part where she said breaking
So
into
I
my
did-
own house?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. So well, let me go back. So I lived in Pasadena. It was my very first apartment. I actually took over the lease of a friend that was moving out, and it was the property. There was a house on the property, and then a couple of apartments. Well, they went on vacation and had their daughter and son-in-law and kids stay. I didn't know who they were. They didn't know who I was. And I went to check my mail, and I had left the keys on the coffee table, and I locked myself out. So I'm like, oh, this is crazy. So I'm calling my friend. She's like, I gave you all the keys to the house. I don't have any extras. Didn't you make extras? No. So I remembered I had left my kitchen window open. And so I go around the property to the back. I move stuff so I can like jump up. So I open the window, and now I jump, and my bum is like I'm halfway out of the house, halfway in, and I trying to get up to go inside the house, and I hear freeze, and I'm like, that doesn't sound like anybody I know. So I'm like, who is it? They're like,
That's hilarious.
this is the Pasadena Police Department, and somebody called the break-in entry, and we caught you.
I could see the legs just like.
Yeah, totally.
Just
And I'm
dangling.
like, okay, I'm gonna jump back down, and I live here, so I jump back down. I don't have my
That's
ID.
locked.
I don't have anything. It's in the house. It's in the house. So that's locked. So they're like, we're gonna have to detain you until we can make sure. I have identity issues apparently. Until we can prove your identity, we're gonna have to lock you up. I'm like, my landlord knows who I am. They're in the house. Well, they're the ones that called the cops. I didn't know this. So I have two
That's
officers,
great.
one on each side of me, and we kind of walk halfway to the driveway, and they're like, "You stay here," and then they're like, let's just make sure that you're not gonna go anywhere." So they handcuffed me. And I had to sit on the ground, and the neighbors come out, and immediately I'm like, I don't know who they are,
Oh,
and
my
they
word.
walk over, and they're like, we don't know who she is, and I'm like, well, that's not fair. I don't know who they are either. Well, they neglected to say, oh, we're house sitting for my parents. No,
Yeah.
they didn't say that. What did they say? We don't know who that is. They're the ones that call the cops. So I'm like, I've never seen you in my life. So we're going back and forth. I've never seen you in my life. And I said, wait, are you your parents? And I say the name, and they're like, oh, yeah. Are you house sitting? Yeah. Yeah, important things they need to know. So they called her mom, and a friend of mine had to come down and verify that I was who I was. So one of the officers went in the house, got my wallet, verified I was who I was. Meanwhile, I'm like, can you uncuff me? Because this is really uncomfortable. Well, we need to make sure it is who you. Yeah, we've identified I am who I am. Can we uncuff me? Because like now I have friends driving by.
What's she
and
doing in
waving at me
handcuffs?
and beeping.
Oh, my
Hey,
word.
we
So
take a picture.
yeah, so one of the times I've been in handcuffs.
Wow.
Yeah. So they let me go right away. Not really. It took like an hour and a half.
Was that kind of scary though, going through it, or was this
I-
kind of
it
like, is this
wasn't
some sick
scary.
joke?
No, it wasn't scary until the people came out of the house, and I'm like, I don't
Why
know
are they
who-
in my house?
And I was like, did I? Yeah, like did I go? Did I drink too much? Like what happened? No.
Do you know
yeah.
that's so fun? All right, I'm gonna have to tell the story. It's one of the best stories. It's probably not gonna be as funny to you guys, but just listening, where you're like, it was funny until I walked in. And you're like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
My son, so I have 5 kids. My son Justin, he went away to college. He went to Linfield, and he was driving back one night. Hadn't been home for a while, but he was coming home, and at the time, and this is when we lived in Tigard, we used to let the youth group from our church, the young leaders, if they wanted to use our house, go ahead, have your group here. We were going to head out. It was fine. I mean, we had like parties at our house all the time and cookouts, and people would come over. But Justin was like never there because he was away at college. And, he's now young 20s, and he comes home. Meanwhile, he came home for my youngest birthday party. Not birthday party, birthday dinner. Every birthday we would have a family dinner together. The person whose birthday it was got to pick where we go out to eat. And she wanted to go out to this Thai restaurant. So we're like, all right, Justin's on his way. We decide group's starting, so it's probably better we leave now. So we tell Justin, like, we'll meet you at the restaurant. Meanwhile, he didn't get the message. He walks into our slider door because it's his house. He walks into the slider, and there are all these people there, none of which he knew. And I want to say there was probably 15 or so people there, none of which he knew. And he was so thrown off by that, thinking, I'm going to walk in, we're going to go to dinner. And he's like, wait. Now we're waiting at the Thai restaurant, and we get this text, crazy story for you when I get there. It's like classic Justin phrase, crazy story for you. We're like, all right. He comes in, he tells a story, but he was like, I walked in and there's people sitting in our couches, and there are people in our kitchen. And I'm thinking, and he says this to them. He's like, I was there for a handful of seconds, and life is carrying on. Like, hello, I just walked into this house. Nobody's greeting him or acknowledging he's here until finally, after a handful of seconds, somebody then goes, oh, hey. And he's so thrown off, like, there's life here and none of these people I know. And he goes, I can't even say it without laughing. He goes, I used to live here. And they're like, oh, like they don't know if he's this new kid coming to this youth group, like he has. And he's like so thrown off. He's like, I swear, I used to live here. He's like, the dogs weren't there. And I'm like, where's the dogs? We were crying. And then it clicks to the other people. Oh, is your sister, your mom and dad, Dana and Patrick, whatever. He's like, yeah. And he's like, I'm supposed to be here for a party? And they're like, oh yeah, they went to the restaurant. You're supposed to meet him there. And he was like, okay, and then he left. He's like, that's here. So weird. I used to live there. These are our couches, but these are not my people. Oh, so fun. It's one of our funniest family stories because we all knew what was happening, and Justin really was like, what's going on? And if you knew Justin, it's like pretty classic because his phrase is also, look, I live for the hour I'm in. I don't think beyond that. Actually, Jackie, you gave us, in the mastermind that we were in together, you gave us a book. Mm-hmm. I took that. I'm not done with it yet, but that was my book I took on the latest trip that I went on recently. It's a good book.
Yeah. So
it's
Lori gave it to me.
Oh, Lori gave it to
and then I read it, and I downloaded the Audible, and I have the book, and I purchased, I think to now I have about 50 books I purchased that I give out to some people.
Mm-hmm. I think it's called, is it I Hear You?
I Hear You.
Yeah. I Hear You. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, it's a good one.
It is.
It's a short read, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So you guys,
I have reading time every morning.
You're a big reader too,
and I spend a lot more time on the weekends reading. But every morning I've got a slot of time. That's how I start my day with my coffee. And yeah, I'm a big reader. You should see my pile of books over here. There's a lot.
Me too, but you know what? Over the years, I kept my favorites, but after a while, I had so many bookshelves. I'm like, what am I doing? I never, for most of the books, I don't go back and read them, but I have a handful that I will go back and read.
I could quickly tell you, I have 3 that I try to read every single year. The first one is a John Maxwell book called Dare to Dream. Every January, I read that. Okay. Literally, as I or sometimes I'll start in December as I think about what's my focus, what's my word for the year, for this next year. And it's inspirational and it's just great. The second one I try to read every year is also by John Maxwell, and it's called The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. Fantastic book. It's not a fast read. Oh. It's a sit down and work on yourself with every chapter book. Yeah. And then the third one, which I'm in the middle of reading right now, is from Erwin McManus, called The Way of the Warrior. And it's all about like your
Oh,
mental fortitude and how to get through good times, how to prepare yourself for bad times, how to just keep your focus in the right place. And I've purchased that one and the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. I've purchased so many of those, like Jackie does, and give it away to people. But those three I've read multiple times now, several years in a row. Yeah. Yeah.
I like
love that.
I love Brené Brown, and the one that I gift the most is Dare to Lead. It's an incredible book, and I just really love her story. But I actually love fiction,
Do you?
or yeah, and so Dean Koontz is bar none my favorite author, and I like Stephen King, but Dean Koontz is like I read all his books, I have all his books, but my two most favorite books, one is False Memory, and the other one's Mr. Murder. So those are my favorite ones, and I read those every couple of years, and I have them in alphabetical order by title. So I love, like Kindles are okay, but I love the book,
Me too.
and you can't tell they've been read because I don't like the spine to get all creasy. So, and I also have the whole collection of Vampire Chronicles for Anne Rice. So
Okay.
Lestat is my favorite vampire, but that's the genre that I like the best.
Huh.
And
Well,
talk
my
about yeah,
husband,
talk about reading, like children in the corner and all that. So I'm sitting in my living room by myself. I lived alone, and I forgot to close the windows behind me,
oh, uh-huh.
and it had a walkway because it was an apartment. And I'm reading Mr. Murder, and I'm so into it. I am like so into this story, and then a kid is at my window and knocks on the window, and the book went flying, scared the poop out of me. And I yelled, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I'm looking for an apartment. Like, not this one." Yeah. So
Dean Koontz, my husband is not a book reader, but he used to be more before we got married. So when we got married, one of the things he brought with him was his book collection, which wasn't gigantic, but it was all Dean Koontz. Was his favorite
yeah,
author at the time, and he reads all the time, just not books. So he's more like articles and blogs and sports stuff. But Dean Koontz is the only other person I know that has ever said, "Yeah, he's my favorite author."
yeah, yeah. He's my favorite author.
Yeah. Did you ever read? Well, I guess you do read nonfiction.
I do. I have a lot of John Maxwell books. A lot of them that either Lucy or Lori have gifted me. Lori sends me every once in a while a book title that she's reading, and I'll get it, and it's really good. I Hear You is probably the best one. One is a short read, but it's
Yeah.
super impactful. But I've changed how I talk to some people, and I've seen the results from it. I think I shared one of the stories at Mastermind about talking to one of our teammates and how I normally would have talked to them versus how the book gave me an example and I used it, and it is so much more powerful. So I like books that make an impact, and that's why I gift them.
Yeah. I'm not a big fiction reader. Yet I read one. I think it was my old boss wrote. He writes a lot of books, and so he was like, I never wrote a fiction book before. I'm going to do it. And so he wrote one, and I actually really liked it, but I just never get drawn to the fiction books for some reason. I don't know why, but I too like the deep. I'm all about, let's just keep doing the internal deep work, So I like a lot of the nonfiction books for that reason. Did you ever read? Maybe I've asked you guys this. 6 Types of Working Genius.
Not yet.
Oh,
Okay, I'm
you
taking
guys,
notes.
you got to read
Okay.
that book.
All right, Lori, send me the link.
You got to read this book. Okay, so when I joined the chamber, actually, Jackie Roche said, I'm going to do a book club. And I thought, this is great because I'm all about reading. I love book clubs. I love talking about it with people. It's great. I'll get to connect with some women. Went to that book club. And tell you the truth, the reading was good. A lot of the book, he takes you into his own experience of how he came
Patrick
to
Lencioni, an
come up with the 6
amazing
Types of Working
author.
Genius.
I love.
Yes.
Okay, I'm adding it to my cart
You
right
gotta
now.
read
I'll send
the
you the
book.
link, Jackie.
Okay.
And here's why. Like, do
Thank
you
you.
know, and I do like these. all the personality tests and gifts and all those kind of tests that you could take, like the disc profile and you know, the problem I had in every single one I've done, I'm like, oh yeah, that's me. Okay, great. You get done, and it's a fun activity. And then you get done, and then you talk to people. I've had so many people say, "Are you a 9, a 5, a 4? Are you a DS? Are you?" I can't remember what my number is, and if I got to remember what yours is, and then other people do the other one, I forget what it's called, and they're like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
ISC
I don't.
Q, whatever." And I'm like, I'm now supposed to figure out your 4 letters, and
Yeah.
I have to figure out mine and how
Yeah.
mine goes with yours. It's like I saw it just goes.
Yeah.
But this one that he does is super simple because he's got 6 and he learned it working with the people he was working with, coming home frustrated. And his wife would ask him these questions and noticed how frustrated he would get. And it really comes down to, this one is all about, you know, doing the things you find that actually fulfill you and give you energy, or like it's very fulfilling to you. And this one, for the first time, I got it so easy. And not only that, it lit me on fire. Like, my husband, people are like, you really love that book. I love that book because it's very easy to remember 6 of them. There's a galvanizer, innovator,
Nice.
enable, discernment. Now I'm going to blank now that I'm on here. Forgetting to discernment and tenacity and wonder.
So I can, I will definitely be ordering it, but I would
fascinating.
also like to recommend another one that he wrote, which is, I think, the first book I read by Patrick Lencioni, The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. Phenomenal for any leader that's in charge of a team.
Oh, yes.
That book is phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have actually purchased a book for some of my bosses.
Well, you know what's great about what I found? Let me say this: the book was great. The book was great, but at the end, he tells you that you can go to his website and order his assessment. So you take the assessment; it's not hard. That to me is gold, absolute gold, because it tells you what you are, and then it tells you how you jive with everybody else. Like, and then not only that, if your whole team does it, you can. He has this whole sheet where then you could put in your team to find out, like, if we have a whole bunch of people who are innovators but we have nobody with discernment, we have a hole here. And to me, it's easy to picture 6 you know, a visual.
It's like a picture. It's like a picture about that person and a story about that person that you can relate it to.
Yeah, and the team itself. So like the chamber, right? You can find out where you're lacking and where you're strong, and when hiring, how to. I just loved everything about it. So that's, and I usually don't like business books. That is probably the most business book I've read, and I truly enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Because it's not usually a
Can
genre
I share another book that was life-changing for me? And I've read it or gone back to it a number of times, but not read it. I read it through completely once, and then I've gone back to it just to check in on it a couple times. It's by Dr. Henry Cloud, called Necessary Endings. Someone recommended it to me probably 10 years ago. And then I picked it up around 4 years ago. I never read it, but it was recommended to me, but I never read it. And when I picked it up, I realized there were 2 things that needed to have a necessary ending in my life. And I got mad about it, and I slammed the book shut and I put it down. And then when I picked it back up, I was ready to, okay, so what are the next steps? But then at the time, I hid the book in my home so that my now ex-husband didn't know I was reading this book, because that was one of the relationships that needed to come to an end. But it was life-changing for me, like eye-opening, and then how to work through this, right? And so I've told a story about the relationship I escaped from, which was a very bad relationship that a lot of my closest friends and family didn't even know what I was going through. And that book helped me get through that in such an amazing, empowered way that I recommend it to other people that are going through some tough decisions with necessary endings. And it wasn't even recommended to me under that guise. It was recommended to me over something, a whole different situation. But when I picked it up, it was relevant to what I was going through at the time. And I highly recommend it to a bunch of people. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so interesting that you say that. So Green Chair to me is very special because I never know what the topic's going to be until the people are there. But it's interesting that you bring that book. You're going to have to send me the link if you haven't already. Just recently, I've been struggling with a friend, and I asked another friend, and she asked me to call her, and we had a good conversation over it. And my question was, can you break up with a friend? Is that like a real thing? Is that real life? Like does that really happen?
Oh,
And
yeah.
she's like, absolutely. And what I like about her is that she calls me on my BS. I don't like it, but she does it, and I appreciate it. But it's a friend that I've had for a number of years, and I got a phone call while I was at Business of the Year on Monday, and I didn't answer it. I'm working. And then later that afternoon, I got a text message, and it was like, "You're so always busy. You never have time for me. What's going on?" And I'm like, "I've invested so much time in our friendship." And so my question to my other friend was, "Is a friendship breakup a real thing? And will I be mourning the friendship I thought it was, or the person, that whole thing?" So I think I'm going to read that book because I promised to put myself in timeout and not respond to this person for 48 hours. It's now been 24 because my initial response when I made that phone call was, can we cuss on here?
You be you.
I said, F you. I was here for you, and equally, right? She was there for me at different times in my life. I was there for her. We've been through a lot together, and then now you're going to question my loyalty as your friend? Are you kidding me? I think Lori, I don't remember what the question was or what it was, but she's like, you'll never get rid of Jackie if she's your friend. And I was like, I've gone through monumental things with you in your life and transitions that you've struggled with, and now you're questioning
where's
me
the grace?
because I didn't answer a phone call while I was at work. And what have you done to connect with me equally? So
Yeah.
So I've struggled. I was talking to my friend, and my struggle was, do I want to invest more time and effort into this person, or has that friendship run its course? And what does that look like? And will I miss what I thought the friendship was, or do I miss the person who? There's so many questions I have, and I've just been conflicted because we've been through a lot. We've known each other for 15 plus years, and I kind of feel like I put a lot of time and effort into this, but I don't feel that you have. But you're calling me out on it.
Yeah.
So I moved into Anger City. So I hung up on the conversation. So I do need to make amends. I want closure. I don't want to live in, I talked about a regret before. I don't want to live in that.
Yeah.
But I need to decide, like, is there a moving forward point to this or not? And if there is a moving forward, are the relationship's going to change? The dynamic's going to change because I right now don't feel as invested as I did prior to that phone call. So had you called me prior to that phone call, hey, I need you, come get me, I would have. If you called me today, I'd be like, call somebody else. So
yeah,
thank you.
Especially when it comes to, like, it does, when you're in a relationship that doesn't feel like it's two-way.
Yeah,
it's become kind of really one way. And I think friendships can have a season.
Yeah,
and for some, I think they run their, and sometimes I think we have to let go of some to continue to grow even more. But sometimes I also feel like some have to die and you have to let go of them for them to be able to ever be resurrected into the new thing. Because I think too often, especially if we're in relationship, because it happens a lot with family, and I think a lot of our best friends become family to us. Those closest to us have a hard time letting each other grow beyond what we know them to be.
right.
And I think the greatest gift is releasing them so that it actually can become something else, if it's going to become anything at all,
Right. Well, and to me, my frustration was like, did I get it wrong? Where was I disinvested and you weren't as invested as I was? Because I'm very loyal and I have friends for life. Most of my friends I've known for multiple years. And some, you're right, there are seasons. But when you've gone through some of the hardships together, it's like, did you forget all that?
Sure.
and
Stings, I bet.
yeah, it does. And so my friend that called me out on it was like, so you're saying all the things like, did you not realize I did this for you? And I'm like listing all these things, and she's like, what did she do for you? I'm like, I'm angry right now. That's not the point. So,
Sure.
but I did get called out on it, and so I agreed that I would wait a 48-hour cooling window because I was just really
Oh,
upset.
she
My
was
ear
mad
was all
then.
red, my face was all red. It was just yeah, I was angry. And I said I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna stop talking to you right now because I'm angry and I'm gonna say things that are gonna be hurtful, and I don't want to regret those things. So it's
That's
better
good.
to disconnect. So they continue to talk to me, and I'm like, we need to disengage because I'm just getting angrier, and they continue to
That's
talk to me, so I just hung up,
Mm-hmm.
and that
Mm-hmm.
probably was what it was. But I knew another minute would have been, oh well, let me tell you, right?
Yeah.
So
Wow, so you
yeah,
better hurry up and speed read that if you got 24 hours left.
I know. I'll
Or just ask for more time.
or I'll just like do the first chapter, last chapter, first paragraph
go
of
to
each chapter. That'll
go to
give you an
Chat
idea.
GPT and
That's
say,
what I
"Can
used
you
to do when
give
I was in
me a
college.
preview of what this book is going to tell me?" Yeah.
Or a preview,
Synopsis.
yeah.
Yeah.
Download this, yeah, yeah. Give me talking points. But yeah, it's hard. Like I never thought of it in those terms, and I don't even know why that phrase came up, like breaking up, because it really, truly is a
Mm-hmm.
breakup of sense. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is what's going to be, but I am leaning towards I'm not
Yeah,
going
and
to
I
be very
think,
graceful
and
right
I've
now,
gone through that with friends and
unfortunately.
coworkers and whatnot. And I think it's both a mourning of the friendship as well as who you thought that person was, right? So
Mm-hmm.
just the thought of what this friendship could
Right.
hold for your life, but then also I thought this person was different than this, whether better or more gracious
Yeah.
or whatever. There's the various levels of mourning different things. So yeah,
Right. And to be fair, like
sure.
they're probably feeling the same way, right? They're probably feeling like
Totally.
you weren't here for me, or you have other friends. And that was one thing that was brought up. You have so many new friends now. I didn't think we had a limit on friends. Was my answer. Like when my friends have new friends, I'm happy for them. I don't like. Well, let's keep a tab, right?
That's a
So
female
But the
problem.
facts of
yeah,
it
I
were
just
you were
I
working.
don't know.
It wasn't that you were
It's
just hanging
hard
out
for
with
me.
friends in the moment. You were working, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So
But I bet if you duked it out, right? Below the
I
anger
would
is
win.
always sadness. So, but but to really for relationships that mean something. Some of them come to an end, but hopefully they come to an end and you have peace about it.
Hmm.
But oftentimes, anger is a really good front, and
Hmm.
it's real. But then when you get to like the core of like I'm beyond angry, I'm actually really sad.
Well, to your
But it's
point,
easy.
yeah, my friend that I was talking to, that's exactly she's like, well, why are you angry? And I'm like, why are you asking me these questions? Like, just side with me, right? But she said, she continued probing until I said, I think I'm hurt. I think my anger is the manifestation of my hurt feelings because my friend was being a dumb a,
Totally.
right? So,
But
but
and I think it's hers as well. Probably if you got to it, she's
yeah,
sad that what she had in you, whatever that was as a friendship, is
right,
she's not feeling it. Right.
right, exactly. So but I think what I want, when we either we repair it and but we need to sit down and have a conversation what that looks like and what the
Yeah.
future looks like, or I want closure. I don't want to be like not call back, and I want to make peace. Now if I call and she's like, you know what, F you, I'm not
Yeah.
talking to you ever again, I did my part. I want to give her the opportunity to tell me why
Sure.
that was an issue,
Yeah.
and then so I haven't really decided. I want to have a conversation to see, depending on that conversation, what road we're going to take. But if the friendship has ended,
That's good.
I want to have that closure,
Yeah.
because I've had friendships end in the past that I haven't had that closure, and I've had regret, like I could have said or I could have done, and I don't want that. And
Yeah.
I think it would be healthy for both of us to have that, but also for me to understand like what drove you to the point of thinking I'm not here for you, without being without accusing. I'm not there yet. So I need to
That's
get
good.
there first before I have that conversation.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You
Thanks, Lori.
You're welcome.
Thanks for, bringing my feelers
And
out.
I would like to add the person that you called to like chat it through and they were questioning you on why you were responding the way you were. That's a good friend. Like, yeah.
Yeah. It is a good friend. I was actually surprised because we were messaging and I just said I'm just living in Pity City or I'm struggling today or something very short. And they're like, do you want to call me? Not really. Okay. Yes. Because I knew, knowing this person, I knew it was going to be, okay, let's talk it out.
Good.
But it was helpful. I really appreciated it. And then I went to say something and I stopped and she's like, you were going to say something, you stopped.
That's a good friend.
You're going to be that kind of friend.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It is a good friend. I was thankful for the time because I know they're busy. I appreciate hearing it out. They don't know the other person, right? You guys don't either. There's a person that I met from work from a couple of jobs ago. And I appreciated that, having that perspective of, no, you're angry. You're just saying you're angry. But what really is it? And I was like, I thought about it. And then they're like, tell me the 7 things that you see. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm in the garage. Like, where is this going? And so I'm like, can we do 5? No, 7. So I'm like, the EMS on my knee. I see Elliot. Like, where are we going? I see the neighbor. Like, what? Where are we going with this? And then she's like, well, it's really 5, but I give you 7 because I'm an overachiever.
That's actually a great question.
I think you just wanted to keep my mind busy, but yeah. Anyway, and it was a good conversation, and I really appreciated their time. But I was like, I hung up. Like, I should have just called Lori. No, I'm just kidding. I should have called Lori, but no, I appreciated their perspective that I didn't have at the time because I was letting anger dictate my emotions at the time.
Sure.
So
I get it.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I don't really get emotional, but man, I normally don't tell people I'm on the struggle bus. I just, are you okay? Yep, sure am. And I move on. And I don't know what prompted me to say, no, I'm actually on the struggle bus right now. And then I got, call me if you want. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, but you know why you're probably so emotional about it is because you're still emotionally invested.
Probably.
Because when you're not emotionally invested, you're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It means nothing because I have no emotional investment in you whatsoever.
Yep.
But the fact that you're emotionally invested, when your emotions come up, that tells it.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the struggle. Like, okay, what does it look like? Like, what?
Sure.
What I want to ask is, what drove you to think that I didn't care about you as my friend anymore? Like, how many times do I have to prove my loyalty to you, kind of thing? Because we have been through a lot, even more than me and Lori. So,
yeah,
it's interesting. I mean, I was there when her dad passed away. I sat with her and held her hand, and just life things that have happened that I drove to make sure that she was okay, and she did the same for me. So it's not one-sided, but I don't know what prompted that, and maybe there's things going on in her life right now that she's just gonna be like, hey, your mom has been there for me, and now you're busy to answer the phone, and I see you on social media all over the place with all your other friends. So I want to give grace.
Yeah, I wonder if this person my mind goes to. I wonder, she feels incredibly lonely right now.
Yeah, maybe.
And you're a safe person to kind of lash out. I mean, our loved ones usually are the safe people that get the outlashing, unfortunately.
Probably, yeah.
Safe to do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that works out. However, you both have peace.
Yeah, and that's what I want. However it works out. I'm starting to come to terms of, I think I'll be okay either way. Like, I want to be at peace either way, but I want to give that option, like, where is it going, so that I'm not later going, could it have worked out? Could we continue to be friends? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll see. Time will tell. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Let me read the book
Well, I
first.
hope that book helps as well.
I'm going to read that book now. Yeah.
Good. The other book I brought, I actually
I love Bob Goff.
Did I ever read any
I
Bob
once
Goff books?
I once applied to
Is he
work
not
on
the
his team when
cutest
I lived in
grandpa
San
kind of?
Diego. And then I once went to Disneyland to stalk him on the
Oh,
island
I
in case he was
just
there at Disneyland because I wanted to sit with him and talk with him. I love Bob Goff. Yeah.
Oh, I love him. I mean, who doesn't like him? He is like Jackie, do you know who he is?
I do. I haven't read any of his books, but now I will.
It's like being with
And
a grandpa that cracks
he's
himself
full
up.
of so much
He is
whimsy.
just
And
in
that's
his
one
like
of
he
his
thinks he's
books
the
is about
funniest.
whimsy. Yeah.
Yes. Well, this one, the reason I want to bring this up, because one of the questions that actually came to my mind today, before you guys even asked me, as I was thinking about this week coming, was I was like, I wonder what's on their bucket list. Like, what do you guys still
I was asked that
dream
on
about?
someone else's podcast that I did last week. That's funny.
What do you
Yeah.
really?
What's the name of that book?
Interesting, yeah.
That Bob
Well, what
Goff
did
book?
you answer? I'm curious.
Dream Big. Okay. I think
This one is
may
called
have
Dream
that. I'll have
Big.
to look it up. My answer last week, and
It's
it
just
still
good.
is I want to skydive. I want to skydive, and I want to go back to Geneva, Switzerland, and I want to go back to Romania, places that I've traveled to that I want to go back to because part of my heart was left there. So those are my answers.
Ooh.
Ooh. Can I say it's important when you go
On skydiving,
like,
I
listen to the
absolutely
instructor?
would. Yes.
Don't. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Don't think like
No.
you know how to do it, and you don't, because it's.
Why, do you have experience
Oh, yeah.
to say?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, God, years ago, we used to do stupid things. We used to go bike riding and have injuries to prove it. Racing down in the desert. Lori's heard some of the stories on the trip back and forth, but yeah, I went and I was half listening, not listening. My dad. Well, anyway, so it was time to jump off the plane. I'm like, why are we jumping off a perfectly good plane? Why did I sign up for this? And so it was tandem jumping, right? Because we were new to it. And they tried to teach me a lesson. And like, we jump and when we glide, and they're like, the parachute didn't open. But I pooped myself. No, it did. They just told me that because they knew I wasn't paying attention.
That's cruel.
And at that point, I was 100% paying attention. So this is me. God, remember me. This is
you
Jack.
didn't say it that slow, did you?
Oh no, I said it I said it quickly, but it went along the lines. Remember me? I'm Jackie. I love you so much right now.
Please save me.
And if I'm about to meet you, please save me. And then you do the glide, and then you have that pull back, and that's when I knew they were just messing with me.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I would have. I couldn't. I can't do that. That's too terrible.
I've not
Most
done
I've
that,
ever
but
done is parasailing.
that would be fun
You
too.
guys ever parasail?
No, but I've always wanted to.
I love like
Yeah.
the free fall rides
never
at
did.
the amusement parks.
Yeah.
I would
Wow.
like get back on the free fall ride at Magic
Yes.
Mountain over and over and over and over again just because I love that feeling. Yeah. Yeah.
Too late. Magic Mountain's closed. But yeah. No. So the squirrel suit. I've always wanted to
That
do
would be fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love doing that. That would be fun. But speaking of Magic Mountain, so I love roller coaster rides. And at the time they had opened the Riddler, and the big thing about the Riddler was, it's a stand-up roller coaster, hydraulic, big thing at the time.
Oh.
And I wanted front row. I just like whatever we do, I want front row. However, I used to wear contacts. And the reason why I wear contacts is because I went to school and worked full time. And so I would sleep in class. So I wore contacts so I can wear my Oakleys. And the teacher would know because it was stadium seating. So the teacher didn't know I was sleeping. And that's how I got my sleep. Plus friends
That's
and
funny.
drinking and all that. Anyway, so we're on this ride. And they tell you take your glasses off, and put them in the wherever so they're safe. But they don't tell you if you're wearing contacts, do not open your eyes when you're on this roller coaster. So I'm so excited. I can't wait. And I can see, because I can't see without my glasses. And like I can see the view, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And the ride goes, and I open my eyes, and I feel whoop. And I have contacts, and they're the hard glass contacts at the time. So they're behind my eyes. Like, yeah. So now I'm in so much pain. So as the roller coaster goes, and it's only like, what, 3 minutes? I thought it was like 30. And I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. My friends are thinking I'm having the best time of my life
Oh, my
screaming.
word.
No, I'm screaming because I'm in pain because of the force, and I have my eyes closed, and the force of the wind is just, yeah, it was very painful. So then it stops, and I'm crying because it hurts so bad, and they can't figure out what's going on. Like, what? Was it a good ride? Like, what's going on? We couldn't get the glasses,
Oh, my
the
word.
contacts out. So they went
Oh,
and got a bucket of water. They got a bucket of water. I had to dunk my head in the bucket and
oh my
keep
gosh.
blinking, and I finally got them out.
I can see
So
it now.
yeah, so people are coming to get on this ride, and I'm on this side with like whatever park people are there.
Just
No police,
extreme
no
pain.
handcuffs,
Just
no park
extreme pain.
rangers, no EMTs, just like a bunch of kids, just like me, with extreme pain, and I'm almost in tears. Well, I'm in tears, but I'm almost crying for real because I'm in so much pain, with my head over inside this bucket of water, blinking, and then they actually came out,
Of course.
and then we couldn't find them because they were in the bucket. And I'm like,
Wow.
I don't care. I'm not putting them back in. My eyes hurt. So
Wow.
that was fun for a lot of people.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well, that's entertainment.
it is now.
Not-
Today it's hilarious, but at the time, no. And I was done. Like, we're going home. I'm done. And like, we're only been here a couple hours. There's some more rides. Nope, I'm done. I'm done. So
Oh,
yeah.
Well, especially when your eyes hurt. I mean,
Oh.
like it affects everything.
Oh, it looked like somebody had punched me. Like, my eyes were so bloodshot, and it hurt to blink. My eyelids felt like sandbags. Oh, it was awful. So what did I do? 3 days later, I went back
Without the contacts.
without the contacts,
Smart.
and then I rode the Riddler multiple times to make up for the missed opportunities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So what's on your bucket list? Because
My bucket. I want to move to Alaska. I want to move to Alaska. I do.
Really?
Yep.
Do you have a specific place, or you just the state
No,
itself?
just the state itself. I think it was Lori. One of my friends gave me an idea.
Yeah.
Just go visit and see. Go like it was Lori. Go to the heart when it's the worst winter, and the worst and best, and see what you think. I'm like, yeah, I've always wanted to do that. At some point, I kind of want to do that.
Do you know my mom works up in Alaska 7 months out of the year?
Yeah.
She loves it.
Yeah.
She's like, she could be out there in 40 below, and it's not like 40 below here. You know, it's
Right.
it's quite different, and they're ready for it.
Well, I listened to your podcast with Buddy, so that's how I knew. But
Oh
yeah, that was a great podcast, by the way. But
Oh,
yeah,
thanks.
I've been wanting to go for a very long time, so eventually it'll happen. Elliot and Ivy and I will go to Alaska, and I'll send you smoke signals.
Yeah. She loves it, and she's always like, nobody will ever come visit, and she's like, they come visit, they could come do all the sightseeing with me because she gets a good discount, and we're like, it's too cold, not going, but if you ever want to go, I know
Sounds
a person I can hook you up
All
with.
right.
So Alaska, is there anything else on your bucket list? See, I don't necessarily know I have a bucket list.
I don't know. I've done a lot of incredible things. I've done visited a lot of countries. Done just I ate escargot. It was so good at Clink. I mean, I've eaten it before, but it was really, really good. I hear that Bentley's has some, so I may have to go check them out. But I've done a lot of things, and so I don't really have a bucket list. I think I got all that out in my youth, doing stupid things. One thing, I used to have a Softail Harley, and I
could see that.
Yeah, I can't. And I used to have a Katana because I used to love to race. I can't do the bikes anymore because of my back. I have scoliosis.
Okay,
But-
so I just got to ask: were you in the whole Harley thing where they give that little little? I can't do it because you can't see it, but they give you a little
Oh yeah.
hand motion as you pass another Harley
Oh, yeah.
driver
Oh, yeah.
rider.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely. And that's why it frustrates me when bike riders don't follow like the other day I was going to Kevin's birthday party. Kevin and Tasha. Tasha invited me, and it was a great time. But I'm driving, and this motorcycle is like weaving in and out of traffic, and almost clips me. But like, there's nothing here. So if we had it, one, I could have run him over and killed him. Two, I could have ended down, smoke signals to Lori to come get me. But I don't like when first people get a bad rap because bike riders get a bad rap, but drivers also. But be
Totally.
be respectful. And I did a post, and some of the comments that I got I deleted because they were just ridiculous. But somebody that's a good friend wrote, he was wearing a helmet. If that had been your kid, you would not have said that.
Totally.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, totally. I was totally into the whole Harley Davidson, the whole thing. Was it Sturgis that they had once a year? I wanted to go and I never made it. I don't know that I want to go now, but oh yeah, you know.
But like, so bucket list is often looked at as like just doing the wild, crazy things, but it can also still be like dreams to come true. Like, do you have any of those?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know if I don't know. That's a good question.
So, what was your favorite? You went to all these different countries. What's your favorite country you've ever been to?
Um, there's been a couple. Costa Rica was really the food.
My
Was
son
amazing.
lives there.
Yeah, I knew that. The food is amazing. Let's see. Actually, bucket list. I'd like to go to Israel. I haven't been. Every time I've tried to go, there's something has come up. But I think Costa Rica is by far my favorite. I like the culture. I like the food. I like the people. I don't like the weather as much. It's very humid, but other
Yeah.
than that, yeah.
Oh, I think
I
you'd
want to
love
go to
it.
Italy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I don't want to go to Italy so bad. We would love to just go buy a small little house somewhere internationally, just to have our getaway kind of house.
There you go.
Italy. I'd like to visit Greece. I don't know if I'd want to live there, but Greece. I'd love to visit all those countries to see. I've been to Israel 3 times. Love it. I wish I could go.
That is
every
on
year.
my
It's
bucket list. That's
beautiful.
one of my long-time bucket list items too.
But
Yeah.
oh, Sea of Galilee, probably one of the most beautiful moments. Beautiful places, just really pretty. Yeah. What I so to bring it back to this book, because that's what had me think. I was like, oh, I wonder what their bucket list is, because I don't know about you guys. For me, and maybe it's because I mean I've been a mom. I'm in this stage where, so my youngest just graduated high school. My oldest will be 36 in September, but my youngest just graduated high school. And the more women I talk to in their 50s, right around 50 or
Don't say the
or
words.
above.
Don't say the words.
I'm not saying the words. I'm just saying above 50. I find, well, for me personally, I've had kids. Like I feel like I've lived my dream. My dream was to be a mom. I've been a mom. I didn't go to college. I decided I want to go. I went to high school, graduated, and I just want to be a mom. Have 5 kids, blessed by all of them, great family. And I'm at this age where, like, even at graduation, people are like, what are you going to do? And people, I don't know what people often, and it's other moms, they look at you and you're like, oh, are you so sad? What are you going to do? And you're like, so sad? No, I'm like, I am so excited. I'm excited for her because she's ready. I'm ready. I was ready when each one was graduating, and it's their time to fly. I don't feel that. But what really has hit me during the period is like, I just can't even fathom. I literally, for the first time in my life, am not living around a school district, a school schedule. I can't even comprehend what that's like. I'm so excited. It's one of those, like, the more I think about it, I'm like, it's like trying to understand another language for me. I'm like, I'm just as excited for me as I am for her. And so it's all those things. I feel like when you are over 50, I'll say it that way, I find that you start dreaming again. You know, when you're younger, whether it's you're building your career, if you don't have kids, you're building your career, you're involved in the things that you're passionate about. For me, mine was my kids. And then you kind of fall in, and you have your career. And then somewhere around 50, you're either getting closer to retirement, but you're on the downslope of your career, or your kids are flying out. This whole new season for you. And I find that it's such a beautiful window from late 40s or 50 to about, let's just say 60. That 10-year gap, to me, I feel like is such a sweet spot for women. A lot of people, they're either on the downslope and careers ending, kids are going off, and you're not yet most of them are not yet caring for your parents on the daily. They're still vibrant, maybe, or living on their own. And I just find the more women I talk to, they're like, I've always wanted to do that. I think I'm going to try it.
Mm.
Oh, I thought I'd do this, or this is a second career for me. And so that's why I was like, oh, I wonder what your bucket list is now. Has it changed? Has it always been?
Yeah, it's interesting. So I remember being 5 years old and my mom's like, I can't wait for you to have kids. No, I'm never going to have kids. I never wanted kids. I love my niece and my nephews, and I have, like, Katie cost 6 kids. They're my nephews. I love them to pieces, and Santana likes to visit and whatnot. But I did a lot of things that I wanted to do intentionally. Losing my brother early on taught me that if you want to do it now, because you may not get that tomorrow. And so with my dad, we didn't celebrate birthdays. My mom celebrated our birthdays, but my dad was like, if you like something, I'm going to get it to you today because I don't know what tomorrow will bring. So I've always kind of lived in that moment of, if I find something that I want to give somebody, I'm not going to necessarily wait. It's super hard for me to wait. I'm just going to give it to you now, right? Because, one of my friends' birthdays is December 30th, and I already want to gift them something, and they're not good at gift taking, but I want to, like, just gift it because, like, I may not be here December 30th. I don't know, right? And so I've always lived in the moment, but I've also, mine's weird. So I love to live in the moment, like your son. This is my hour. But I also, when I've had things happen in my life, I have married my job. And I recognize that now. I recognize that I'm a workaholic by nature, and I probably lost relationships because work always came first. And I told you, I sent you my song I wrote that letter that I wrote that I found, and I've written another one since, and I want to be intentional. Like, there's a friend that I hang out with. I turn my phone off with them because I want to cherish. We don't get to spend that much time together, so I turn my phone off so we can have those moments of, I just want to be present. I want to be in the moment. I want to hear your story. I want to hear what's going on with you. I don't want to ask people, how are you doing, and I'm thinking about what I'm having for dinner. I want to know. And with Lori, I talk to her every day. Actually, we were taking weekends off, but every once in a while I'll call her in the weekends or whatever. Or she'll send me a text that's cryptic, and I'm like, can't leave me hanging. But when I talk to Lori and I'm driving, well, first of all, now she knows I had road rage, but I want to be in that moment, right? And most of the time, I realize she lets me do 99% of the talking. So I'm trying to be better about how to start with your day.
Yes.
So don't forget.
Yeah. Just
right?
this last week.
Right? I've started that. So, and then start calling out, oh, there's another call car. But no, really, like, I've always been relationship driven, but I've never been as present as I have been lately. Yeah. And I realized that could play into my friend saying, where the heck are you? Right? And yeah, I think it's cost me friendships and relationships because I gotta go. Work comes first. Or I gotta go. I gotta do this. And now I've been super intentional about not working weekends, not working after 5 o'clock, letting it go to voicemail, letting it, okay, I'm not going to answer it till Monday at 8:30, or staff meetings at 8:30, 9:30. I'm not going to answer that. Or this Saturday I was going to come and work, and like, it'll be there on Monday.
Yeah.
And it's not heart surgery, so nobody's going to die if I don't do it. I'm just going to be late, and I'm going to ask for grace. And I was giving that grace. I connected with Ryan, who's our treasurer, and I said, can I have till Tuesday at noon to get my reporting in, because business of the year took a lot of my time, right? And he was very gracious, and I got it submitted, and everything was great. So give myself permission to have grace is hard. It's hard for me. So, but Lori and my other friend have been good about kicking me in the rear and resetting my clock. So, yeah. I think that's
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lori, why did you make it emotional? You brought
what did I bring up?
Yeah.
The book.
She's frozen.
The book started this whole
I think we lost
rabbit trail conversation about my friend. No, she's blinking. I can see her.
Okay. Well, then maybe you guys just froze on me, because all of a sudden Jackie quit talking from what I could hear. So I didn't hear your comment if it was a question. Sorry.
Go ahead, so re-say it, Jackie.
I don't remember what I said.
You said it's all your fault. It's the book.
Oh, you're
I
welcome.
said it's all your
Yes.
fault. You brought up the book. That got me. That got me into the. She's so good about doing stuff like that. She'll bring.
But she doesn't want to be the only
Also,
one.
I
crying.
apologize. My yard guy's
I
right
mean,
outside the
yeah.
window I'm sitting
Right.
next to, so if it's really loud, that's why I keep putting myself on mute. Okay.
Oh, that's
that's
okay.
okay.
No, Tom came in and said hello earlier
Okay.
before you got.
Yeah, he came on.
Yeah, he came on, crashed the party for a minute.
All right, I have the last question. What has kept you from pursuing your dreams? Anything? And over the years, as you look
I'll
back,
start.
maybe it's not
Mine
right
was
now.
the fact that I was living in survival
But-
mode and I could barely get through
Yeah.
a day at a time for over 10 years. And it was more about, for me, I don't have kids either. I knew I never would have kids when I was in high school. But for me, it was more about being the peacemaker for my home and not being able to pursue the dreams that I wanted to pursue, because also I was the only one making income. And so I was working 3 jobs and was out of the house as much as I could because I didn't want to be under the same roof because things were so bad. So for me, it was living in survival mode and not being able to dream, which is why I am now allowing myself to dream again, which is hard to do once you've made that shift. So when you were talking earlier about that 10 to 60 or 50 to 60-year-old 10-year window, I was like, yeah, or for me, it was much earlier than that just because of the season of life that I was in. And now I'm back to pursuing a career that I really want to pursue because it's something that I can make work because it's my big bucket list item. So, in fact, my words for the year for the last 3 years have all been about adventure and exploring and dreaming big and pursuing things that I want to pursue now that I can. So that's mine.
And aren't you more aware now that you are over
Yes.
your younger years and how limited our time is? It's like, I bet I got to do it now. What am I holding back? Yeah. And when I read that question, it's in Bob Goff's book. If anybody is really wanting it, it's just called Dream Big. So I went through this book with a bunch of ladies back in 2022. And that's one of his questions. What keeps you from pursuing your dreams? It's a really thought-provoking question because I think we spit out some really good excuses, some legitimate things that happen. But I think for a lot of women, we go in survival mode. We forget ourselves along the way. And I feel like that's the gift I think I'm in right now is learning to become my own best friend. And, you don't have to be forgotten about. Matter of fact, I was the one who forgot myself more than anybody. And so I was just relooking at this book and it was just, I was reading the notes, and I'll wrap up with this because I know we're really pushing time today. But when I was going through this book with this group of women, there's a woman in the group and I adore her. She's just a handful of years, a good year, has younger children, was raising children. And we were going through this book and it was what holds you back from pursuing your dreams. And he writes he has this comment in the book. He says, when I've spoken to people about their dreams, one of the most common reasons people tell me their dreams can't happen is all the commitments they currently have and can't let go of. I get it. I've made commitments that seemed good at the time, but ended up shackling me to a particular spot. What commitments have you made that take up time, space, energy on a daily or weekly basis? And he goes on to talk about that. But here is a single mom, heart of gold. I could see the potential. I could see she had multiple children, still has multiple children that really pull on her energy, right? Can't do everything. And my heart went out for her because I could see the dream and I wanted it for her. I could see the potential. I could see it. She really did not have time. And I questioned it too. Like, what would Bob say? I really would. What do you say to that? Because a lot of women find themselves where they're taking care of parents, they're involved in all different things. It doesn't have to be just children. And so what I love about Bob Goff is Bob Goff always gives his phone number at the end of his books and always says, you could call me. And I went, don't tell me that, because the student in me goes, I'm calling Bob Goff. And so I did. And sure enough, he answers, hey, this is Bob. I hope you're having a great day. Something really cheerful like that. And I was like, really didn't answer. I was like, oh, hi, Bob. This is Dana. I didn't think you were going to pick up. And he was just so whimsical, super kind. And I explained the situation. I have a question for you. Going through this book with some friends, single mom.
I've
explained.
I've got his number saved in my phone too.
Because there's not.
Yeah.
There's not just one of her. There's millions of us. What would you say to her? And this is the great wisdom that Bob Goff, only Bob Goff would say this. He just took a breath and he goes, well, what would I say to her? I would tell her it starts with a word. Now I'm thrown off by this because I'm thinking, I'm asking about time and like making your dreams happen. He's like, it starts with a word. Yeah, it starts with a word. And he goes, tell her I would say to her, what's the word? And I said, what's the word? I wrote it down. And he goes, and then after you get the word, then build a sentence. And then build the paragraph. And before long, you'll reach your dream. One word, one step.
He's so good.
And
Yeah.
It was literally a 5-minute phone call. And I was just like just a little tear coming down. And I wanted to jump on one side and weep on the other, like I just sat with Grandpa for 5 minutes. And that was brilliant. And that's really how life happens, right? We could get rocked by like expectations not met, friendships that have to die, letting go of things. He's big on every Thursday, quit something. And yet we make it harder than it has to be. It's just one step, one call, one word, one sentence, one paragraph at a time. Before long, you have lived and made your dream happen. I love that for us because I think we can get wrapped up in what was and we lose sight of where we're going.
Well, like I said before, for me, losing my brother early on made me want to do things in the moment, but equally married myself to my job to escape emotion, whatever. And Lori, I've never been a big fan of the vision boards, and I did one last year and I did one this year, but I have a sticker. They're both in my office. Actually, they're right behind me if you can see them. And I look at them every day. And there's one sticker that I have that says, I don't know how, but I will. And I look at that every day because I don't know how, but I will. But I don't know. Like I said, I've done so many things. Like if I were to die right now, I'd be okay. I don't want to know it's coming. It's not a challenge. But I've lived a wonderful, full life. I think I have a few regrets that I would, if I were to have gone back in time, I would have changed a few things. But overall, giving myself more grace, and a lot of my community, I love doing it, but I really did it for my brother, and that's been my why. And I've also questioned, like, is that really me though? It is. I feel that it is, but like, what's my legacy, I guess, is for me. What am I leaving behind? What will people say? What will my tombstone say? Lori's would say bubble wrap, but I don't know what mine would say. But it's just been an interest. Like, I don't know. I told Lori, like, my birthday hit, and like all of a sudden, all these things are like, I'm up at night thinking of all the things that I did and didn't do, and why or why not. So I think for me would be just to show myself a little more grace like I show others. That would be my thing. Yeah.
It's a great way to end. I think that's a great lesson for all of us, really. Yeah, because we could be our hardest critic, but to give ourselves more grace. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for hanging out with me.
I enjoy these.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
I told Dana I watched the last one we did like 1,000 times.
Good one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.